Hi there, my name is April Sawtelle and welcome to my channel. Today what I'm going to be doing is a very quick project. I'm going to be cutting out quilt squares for a scrappy patchwork quilt. What I'm going to be using for this is I'm going to be using scraps, I'm going to be using old shirts, I'm going to be using old curtains, adult shirts, children's shirts, old pants. I have quite a collection of recycled items that I want to use for this project. I want to keep this very plain. I want to have it very dull colors. I have a lot of little boy shirts and I just want to kind of keep this in the blues and creams and just really neutral tones. I'm going to go through my fabric scraps and I'm going to pull out some that I'm going to be using. I've also got fabric I had cut out for masks. I still have quite a bit in a lot of different colors and I'm probably going to pull more colors out as I go here. But these were just leftovers that I had already pre-cut when I was in my mask phase back in 2020. So what I'm going to need for this project is I'm going to be using a rotary cutter, and you're going to want a new blade in this if you can, just so it cuts through. You're going to be cutting up a lot of scraps if you follow along with me. I'm going to be using a 6.5 inch ruler. Now you can use your 6.5 inch ruler if you have one. You can use really any size. You can make this any size you want to. I'm just going to make mine 6.5 inches. So I have a 6.5 inch ruler here that I'm going to use. If you don't have that and you want to use a 6.5 inch ruler, if you have this long 6.5 by 24 inch, you could use that. You could also just use any size ruler and cut it down to whatever size you're going to use. I'm going to be using my iron for this as well, and I've got my ironing mat right here too. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to press these out. I want everything nice and flat. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of steam. And then I'm just going to start cutting these out. So however you want to do it, you may want to press all of your pieces and then cut, or you might just want to kind of press some and then cut some. I'm just going to keep adding more pieces as I go. So I'll just keep pressing it. I'll leave that iron right out and I'll press as I go. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up and I'm going to give myself a nice straight edge. I went over a little bit here. I want to give myself a straight edge. Get rid of that. Now I can turn this, and now I know this side's straight. I'll give myself a nice straight edge there as well. And then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to line one of those edges up, and I'm going to put it right on the number 6 here, because I know I've got the 1/2 inch down here and the 1/2 inch over here. So I'll line that up, and I'm just going to cut that little piece off here. I've got nice and straight lines, and cut that off. If you want to see how to cut fabric, if you want to watch one of my tutorials that shows how to cut the fabric to the size you want, I'll link that video at the end so you can just click on it and go right to that video. So what I'm going to do is I've got all my colors going here, and I'm just going to keep on cutting 6.5 inch blocks. Now, what I want to do is I want to just show you I'm using old clothes, old shirts. I know that this quilt's going to stay in my home I'm not going to get rid of this quilt. I'm going to use a lot of the grandkids' little shirts. So these are the little boy shirts, and remember I'm going to keep this more in the creams and the blues and the greens, kind of really calm. But I know I'm going to keep this quilt forever, so I am going to use their little shirts to do this, just because it's going to really mean something. So I'm just going to start. I'll give it a little press. So the two little boys have been through these shirts, and I saved quite a lot of their clothes. Well, I saved like their overalls and stuff like that, thinking that someday I might want to do something with them, and then I just donated because they grow so fast, and that will just be a really special quilt to have. And it'll be special to them too. So I'm just going to take their little shirts I make a lot of scrappy quilts, so I will be able to just use probably every piece of this eventually. But for now, I just want to see how I can get the most squares out of this shirt without using the seams. I'm trying not to use seams in this. So I just pressed it, and I'm going to fold this in half just to see. I'm going to go from seam to seam here. See if I can get a 2 6.5 inch. I don't think I can. So I'm going to try folding it the other way in half. So by folding it the other way in half, and I can feel where the seam is underneath here, I'm going to see if I can get a 6.5 inch. I'm going to bring this collar right up to the edge of, right to the beginning part of the seam on the bottom here, and see if I can pull that off. It's really super close. I think I can do it. So the reason I went with a 6.5 inch block is because I had tried some of these shirts and I wanted to see how much I could get out. So I knew that if I was really strategic here, I could get 2 6.5 inch blocks. With that way, it's just a little bit more into the quilt. So I'm going to line this up, and I did it. I did get that. So I'm lining my ruler right here on this 6 because the 1/2 inch is on the other end over here. So as long as my 6 is laying on the edge here, and I'm going to give it a little bit of wiggle room because I need to cut that fold off when I'm done. So I'll line that up. I can feel that I'm all the way on the fabric without the seam. And I'm going to go ahead and cut now. And then I'm going to turn it, line my 6 right up there. Still give myself a little bit of wiggle room on the opposite end here because I still have another fold. I have 2 folds in this now, so I know that where I've got this 6 lined up will be good and straight. Take that seam off there. I'm going to turn it again. Now, it probably won't be so awkward if you do this project because you might not be working with such a small little shirt. I just really want to use these shirts, so that's why I'm doing it. I have lots of bigger shirts I could be using. I just want these ones to be part of this quilt. So now I'm just lining up again. All right, there's my square, but now I still have to take that last fold off. So I'm just going to line up here on this edge. Make sure I'm on the 6 here. I'm going to push down, making sure I'm straight, and that's going to allow me to cut this little fold right off. So it'll give me 2 pieces. So there, I got 2 little pieces out of this. And they're the same. They're not going to matter which side is right and which side is wrong. So we'll add this to the collection. Now I want to show you, I'm going to do that to all of the shirts and all of these scraps, and I'm going to come up with a big pile of 6.5 by 6.5 inch squares. I'm going to have to cut a whole lot of cream color because I want a lot of cream in it and the blues. So I'm going to have plains. I'll have a lot of fabric with patterns, and I'm also going to have a lot of plain ones. And some are going to have, like this one here, this one has a lot of texture. That was a scrub shirt, I think, when I cut that up. So I'll have fabrics with textures, I'll have plain, I'll have fabrics with prints. Again, I want to try to keep it super calm. But I do want a lot of creams in it. So I'm going to try to find a whole lot of cream scraps. So the next thing I want to show you is I have this curtain. It was like a valance. I had these in my kitchen. Well, they still look nice on one side. That to me is a little too bright for the look I'm going for this little quilt. But if you turn this over, you can see that I have, the sun has really, done its thing on this curtain. But when you don't see this piece, when you don't see this bright piece, when I turn this over, I'm going to have this piece. I like the look of that. It's really dull and it's very faded. You won't know that it's faded because you're not comparing it to the other side. So this is going to be able to be in my quilt, and I'm going to just love that because I had those curtains for a long time and I really loved them. I had a hard time actually when I swapped them out. So I made other curtains to take its place. Actually, I think I made a couple of different sets since I've taken these ones down. So I just want to show you this. So now I've got this one, but when you start lining these up and you're looking for, the contrast, and you don't want anything too bright, remember I'm keeping it dull, I think it's going to look perfect. You'll never know that this is really that bright on that side. Okay, I'm going to cut all of these pieces up and I'll show you when I get to that process. So here's a scrap piece of fabric. I think that will fit in there fine. I think it's a calm enough color that I'm looking for. And I'm going to take my 6.5 inch ruler, and I can already see that this was a 6.5 inch wide piece of fabric. Scrap. This was a scrap that was already 6.5 inches wide. So now I just think I need to cut off, let's see, line everything up with my 6.5 inch OmniGrid ruler. It's already got the 1/2 inch over here in it. It accounts for it. So I'm going to line that up. And then I'll just trim off that little fold. Just allow yourself that little wiggle room. And you may have to do it in your seam. Sometimes you have to just allow a little less seam in that one kind of fabric. But you won't notice it. So the fun thing about having all my little grandkids' little shirts here is I'll be able to use these scraps for years and years because it'll get thrown in my scrap bin. And then when I do a string quilt or when I'm doing just a little scrappy quilt or I need small blocks or something, I'll always remember that. That used to be their little shirt. So that's really fun. Because it's the same size as the other one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to line these two seams, this seam to this collar seam. Now I could cut those off to begin with. I think it's just an extra step I don't need to take. I like to keep things so simple. I'm a super simple person, so I like to just, I usually can find a way to make it work for me by taking the easiest way, just how I am. Okay, so I'm going to line it this way this time. Instead of putting the collar on top of this, I'm going to take this piece, bring this seam up to the collar, so I'm sure to cut all of that off. And then I can feel with my fingers to straighten this part out. You just don't want to feel any humps under it because then you know you're on a seam. This particular project, I just don't want to be on a seam. Okay, and I'm going to overcut a little bit here because I want to be able to cut that fold off. I could use a rotating mat, but it's just as easy for me to turn it for this project. It's just such odd sizes that I'm going to be working with. It's not just cut and dry like using yardage. If I was using yardage right now, I certainly would use a rotating cutting mat. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and start cutting around this. There. I feel like that needs another little press. I'll just press that. It's just not flat enough for how I want it to be. So there's my two little pieces out of that little shirt. And then the rest of this will get put into something for sure. Here's all the squares that I've cut out. You can join me in the next video and I'll show you how to put this all together to make a super easy patchwork quilt. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Remember to keep it simple. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Bye. Say bye, little Miss Ready Thready.